Okay, let's try something different.
What up, gamers? It's your boy, Crazy Gamer 32.
50 years after Joe Namath and the
We're playing
guarantee,
NFL.
we are
First time.
underway in
Dude,
Super Bowl 53. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
25 to 24 yards.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And Green with a catch.
That's a good catch.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line.
We're going to do little, not that we're going to do big
corralled.
first.
16 yards right off the
do
bat
it,
and a
do it.
first down. So we have now seen connection number one between Dalton and
Ooh,
Adriel Jeremiah
I
and
got
Joe Green.
everybody.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly. This is going to be my number one target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Star means I think you get the ball, but dude.
Got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And
He dropped the freaking ball, dude.
Incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius
Oh!
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught on the right side at Smith.
Look at me, I'm frozen.
Rip off a big chunk of yardage
I'm
before
still
being
frozen.
dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson.
No! Get on the ground.
Good yardage as he rumbles
Yeah,
for
that was
24
good.
and a
Yes,
first.
that is good.
That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage.
Bro.
If you do that, you start to win first down. You win
Who's not
second
getting the
down.
ball, dude?
And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Try to run it, dude.
The beauty of
Dude,
being
my
able to
team
play
is
a zone defense
suck.
when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Really? I'm hunting it again.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16.
Look at him. Look at him.
Good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. 3-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Bart.
Hey, yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I
Whoa,
would
big
have
fella.
there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And Gano's kick goes right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. His throw incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
Ooh.
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The final act of the first half. Dalton. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A final shot before break. Dalton Green with a catch left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Sure, one thing, something else.
On second down, here's Newton. And he almost had it defensively.
He almost had it, but he missed the ball. But he almost had it, but he missed the ball. Tell you guys, red football, you ain't getting it. We're blitzing it.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Newton. Complete to right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course,
oh my God. Oh my God. This one must be as more freaking
51
stupid.
yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease board.
Oh, man.
Stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score.
Here, big
Simple, right? The
fella.
last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Dalton. And this is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
No good, no good. Yeah,
We're seeing these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton, and that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
I don't want to punt it.
You know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll roll with Mixon, and this is going to come up.
This game's retarded.
As they stop him on 4th down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
I'm sorry, guys. I might lose
Why you
tonight.
would do that,
I'm
it's
just kidding.
almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I
Cool
get it
guy,
if it's a knock-game
bro.
situation, maybe even 4th
How's the
inches.
flag?
But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Not that good.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. A false start backs them up
Yes,
5.
please
First
set
and
another 5
15.
yards.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And they take him
They got a
down,
touchdown.
losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey down to the 25. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a
Really,
yard.
dude? They really get another punt?
4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So 3 field goals.
Can you,
Now this last
can you
one
stand
helps
the
him
part of
stretch
it?
out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Come on. Come on, big fella.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time we saw them go for it in
We
kind of
are
an unusual
running
situation.
and
It's not like it's a
running
fourth quarter
and
do or
running.
die. They went for it,
Come
didn't
on.
get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the
Gotta get a
NFL
touchdown.
now
Gotta
as
get a
well.
touchdown.
Ball on the
Gotta get a
30.
touchdown.
They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Let's go.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green, and even 40 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s, I think as we started to move through the
get a,
80s, especially as we got towards the latter
a
part
card,
of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easy.
Green's open, and he's
Let's go.
Bengal touchdown.
Let's go. Touchdown.
A.J.
Let's go.
Green, 30 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a
Let's
one-score
go.
game.
Let's go.
And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there,
Oh,
with
man,
excellent
7-9. Come on.
he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not
Let's
going to get chewed
go.
up in film
First
session.
touchdown.
He's right
Freaking.
there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Sack, boy.
Atkins with a
Geno
great
Atkins
push
gets
up
sacked.
front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that,
And Don needs
I
to
file it
freaking
away
better
because
than a
I'm going to
throw,
use
bro.
their aggressiveness against
Two
them as this
people,
game goes on.
Cowboys, I
I'm
think.
going to put a screen soon.
Now a run with McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And it's been like this all night long.
second
Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know what?
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. 10.
You gotta be kidding me.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Oh my
DJ
god.
Moore, 85 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time
This
they
is a
come
good
away
game.
with 6.
Dude, we're losing. This is the
Back
Super
now here
Bowl.
on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him
we
a
got
couple
square
times, but
or
not a ton.
triangle,
Whatever
square
they're
or
doing isn't
triangle.
working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like
Come on,
this?
guys.
But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
I'm launching this one.
Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. Flushed out right. Looking deep for the foul. And that is incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have played a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle.
Man, it's a flag on me.
Put the pressure on him.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I'm sorry, I'm playing NFL. Yeah.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
No flag.
To throw on second down is Newton. And he'll be taken down by the pressure. Preston Brown coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for
I'm posting this on YouTube.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
I put it on party check.
McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
This offense really put themselves